Wike has become a lamenter. This is Wike trying to tell Tinubu, remember how I allegedly rigged 2023 election for you. It is good for you now, Tinubu, because of me, because of Rivers State, as most Nigerians have actually now said how Rivers State was allegedly rigged by Wike, especially Obio Akpor Local Government. And now Wike is using this conference to tell Tinubu quietly, without saying it loudly, that this mandate that they're running to, that Fubara is running to, it was because of me, it was because of Rivers State. It was because of, we rigged this election in Rivers State as reported by Premium Times. So I want you to see how Wike played himself and considered an own goal. Wike forgets that Tinubu always looks out for Tinubu, just like Trump is always going to take the shine. So with whatever is left of Rivers State right now, Wike haven't destroyed PDP from within. Wike stands on shaky grounds. I want you to watch this to the end. I want you to watch how Wike tells these old men gathered in this room that they are his foot soldiers. That's what Nigeria policy is all about, where you get your next meal, belle politics. Wike has become a failed and a fake godfather of Rivers State politics. He wanted to force Fubara not to do a second term. He wanted Fubara to continue with their initial agreement of sharing Rivers State allocation, as alleged now that this is part of the agreement. And since Fubara could not, when Fubara realized how disadvantaged it will be for Rivers people, he backtracked out of it. And Wike has unsettled Rivers State since then. This is a playbook from Bola Tinubu's book. It's a game from Bola Tinubu. Remember Ambode, how Ambode was forced into not taking a second term? That's exactly the same playbook. So Wike wanted to sit fat on Rivers State funds, as alleged, because that's part of the agreement. So it becomes more, he keeps piling resources when he wants to contest for election next time. This is exactly what is going on. So after allegedly rigging Rivers State election for Tinubu, Wike is boasting that he believed in Tinubu's mandate and is insinuating that Fubara did not, and why Tinubu's new supporters did not come out boldly to support Tinubu in 2023. You see how he's codedly telling Tinubu, it's because of me you won election. This mandate that Fubara is running to for protection right now, if it wasn't because of me, you would not have won that election. You see, the audacity of corruption in Nigeria is that politicians can openly rig election, caught on audio tape threatening an electoral officer with unaliving them if they don't do what they had agreed, which was to rig the election, bold-facedly coming in front of Nigerians to say Tinubu won when there are plethora of evidences, like the Premium Times report that showed that Peter Obi won Rivers State in 2023, which was manipulated, rigged, and given to Bola Tinubu. BBC's report carried the same thing too. So there are plethora of evidences all around showing how Rivers State election was rigged and Tinubu was given the result. So what Fubara had done to Wike is Fubara, with the help of the Imo State governor, had maneuvered Wike. From the back door, joined APC. After half of Rivers State Assembly members defected to the APC, and that move alone unnerved Wike, because Fubara now comes under the protection of Tinubu, who Wike allegedly rigged Rivers State election for Tinubu, who is now Wike's boss, and ABC has declared Fubara Rivers State pad number 001. You see where politicians play themselves and score own goal. That's exactly what Wike had done. He kept maneuvering, unsettling Rivers State, pushing the House of Assembly members to impeach him. And eventually, Fubara had nowhere to turn to anymore. He turned to the devil that Wike had actually aligned himself with. And that one, knowing that everything serves at his pleasure, through the back door, brought Fubara in. But the midnight call quickly fast-tracked APC membership with the help of Opus Odima. Fubara is now a member of the APC. So Wike cannot play any book anymore. There's no room. If you play chess like I do, you realize that this is checkmate for Wike. So now there's no relevance anymore. Wike had destroyed PDP now. The only place he can run to is now is APC. And when he runs to APC, he falls under the protection of, or comes under Fubara in Rivers State, and he doesn't want that. So there's nowhere to turn to. The chaos he has caused in PDP is still there. The mess he has made in PDP is still there. And now he's working for Tinubu on the womb. Fubara has now come to work for as well again. And Fubara, remember when he was defecting, was singing on Tinubu's mandate, he wants to fall and die. All of them, in the words of Dele Farotimi, fight amongst thieves. You can see, two of them fought and went and found themselves under the protection of a bigger criminal. Nigeria politics is a game of criminality. Nigeria politics is not about principles or policies. It's about election rigging, maneuvering of power. That's what their politics is all about. Not about Nigerians. Their politics is not about Nigeria. It's about them. And then you have these old men sitting there and they're being called foot soldiers. This is crazy. What Nigeria has become under the hands of APC is a catastrophe. There's complete and total failure all around. So I want you to watch this to the end. I want you to see how this man has fallen. He's looking for anything to hold on to. You know, when somebody's sinking, he's looking for anything to hold on to. Whether it's a branch, whether it's a tree, whether it's just a bruise, anything to hold on to, just so that it doesn't fall. So that's why I say that when you watch this, you realize that all Wike is trying to tell Tinubu is that it is because of me you're the president. It is because of me that you're the president, that when nobody believed in you, I promised you, as I've now been alleged, and has rigged the 2023 election, Wike was caught on tape threatening an electoral officer. That tape is all over the internet. Why? Because Bola Tinubu must win. That's why I've said this before in my previous tape, that Wike has as much stake in 2027 election as Tinubu, because if Tinubu loses, Wike is in trouble. Wike knows that if Tinubu wins the 2027 election, he's in trouble. So he will do everything possible in spite of Fubara's defection to make sure that Tinubu wins. Because under Tinubu lies his protection. Because Nigeria's politics is without repentance. I am telling you that. Look at everybody that has cross-side steps on Tinubu. Look at where they are today. Whether it's the former vice president or Ambode, everyone that's taking a different position to him, look at where he's put them. Wike is another person. You don't rig elections from Nigerians and put Nigeria in this jeopardy, and then you have a press statement and think that Nigerians will fold their hands and not call you out. The statement all over the internet is that Wike rigged 2023 election for Rivers State, and now it's been a play. So I want you to watch this to the end. Put your comment in the comment section. Don't forget to share this video. Subscribe if you've not done so. It's just free of charge. And also click on the notification icon. Recommend the video and this channel to others. And I love for you to watch this to the end, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.
Remember, in 2023, when it was tough, nobody knows what will happen in that election. So many people were saying that it will be difficult for the president today, as well as Bola Tinubu, Grand Commander of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It will be difficult for him to win that election. So many people were not able to come and boldly to say vote for Aswaju Bola Tinubu. But we all met as leaders here and you to say in politics it must take its time. It must be fair. It must take a decision, whether it is good or bad. But we know at the end of the day to be good, and now it is good. In that 2023, it was difficult for so many people to come out to say, vote for Aswaju Bola Tinubu. But we did it. When it was time for people to say, I am mandate to stand. We stood firm. I said, I am mandate to stand. But we did it. When it was time for people to say, I am mandate to stand. We stood firm. I said, I am mandate to stand. And to the glory of God, we stood. And our mandate we stand today is very strong. So you are the ones who made the mandate to be strong. As far as the last step is signed. So all these people now you are seeing, and our mandate will stand. That time, when they were needed most, they couldn't sing that. They couldn't come out to say, vote for Bola Tinubu. Now that you stood and voted for him, and River State won, I tell you, all your struggle will not go in vain. All your struggle will not go in vain. So we have come to let you know that still the storm. Nigerians know us. When we take a decision, we have taken a decision. We don't take decision based on what people have seen. We take a decision based on that we are convinced, we believe that this will happen.